Who is here to host the show? Stay tuned next.
You're tuning into the destination for TV superfan discussion, AfterBuzz TV. And now, let the buzz begin.
It's my song. And it's a little loud in my ears. Hold on a second. Okay, it's me too. There you go. Hi, you guys. Welcome to the GH Report, the General Hospital After Show here on AfterBuzz TV. And I saw in the chat, people were like, who's going to be here today? It's like musical chairs at AfterBuzz TV here. I'm here. I'm James Lott Jr., and you can follow me at all James Lott Jr.'s? No. You can follow me at James Lott Jr., where all James Lott Jr.'s are sold. A little nod to Miss Alexis. And joining me, I'm just going to say this person is with me today.
Yes, I am with you today. Since I'm Lacretia Lyon, guys, you can always find me at LACRETIALYON anywhere on the internet, since there is only one.
Only one, kids. So,
and I'm verified now.
And she's verified. You're verified before me. Yeah. I can't believe that. Congratulations, girl. That's good stuff. I'm like, how'd that happen?
It only took me 3 times. And most people say it takes like several.
Yes, me. I'm one of those people. It's taking several. But good for you, girl. Good for you. I'm happy about that. Frank isn't here. He's actually doing the Hero Dog Awards. They did them last year also. So he's on assignment working on those stories. So that's why. So we give shout out to Frank. His rants aren't here, but I'm sure Lacretia will fill in on a few of the rants this week.
Yes, and there's one thing that I knew Frank would hate, so I'll give as I say, what would Frank say is our new segment.
Oh, okay. I like that. What Frank say. But there's one thing I want to rant about, but that's another story. We'll get to that. I just want to tell you guys, thank you for watching last week, our 100th episode. I gave you and Frank shout outs, of course. Michelle Stafford was our host. She told me to tell you guys hi. Okay. She's like, what's going on here? So they're busy doing Comic-Con. You guys are so wonderful and gracious, and she gave me some more Skin Nation products. And she's doing really well. And the prize winners from last week, the prizes will go out this week. I'm sorry, I had a problem with my account, my USPS account. I got it all fixed. So it's like really good. So I'll get those prizes out to you guys next week, because this week, so you guys will get those in the mail. And we're over 1,600 people on our page. We're heading towards 30 or something. So I think it's really good. We're getting new people on there.
I have to be frank. Guys, we'll never get to 2,000. Is that a good Frank impersonation?
Yes, there you go. Exactly. Yeah, roll those eyes even harder. But we're gonna get that. People are actually liking our page more and more. And I discovered 20 more Facebook groups that are General Hospital.
Oh, wow.
So I've been posting on there. We're gonna work it out. They're coming to us. We're gonna work it out. So tell people, if you're part of a Facebook group that's General Hospital, tell us, so I can highlight you guys and find you and do all that. So Frank was ranting earlier. Or was he online ranting earlier?
Yes.
Okay, you on, Frank. That's right. So we're going to talk about that. There's a new GH co-head writer. I forgot the name already, but he's going to be starting.
Yeah, Chris Van Etten.
There you go.
Yeah, he had been a writer on the staff for years, because I always recognized his name.
His names look familiar. So he's a new head writer, of course. And we're going to get into the week, of course, that was. There's some things that I was just like, really? There's some things I was kind of happy about, and there's some things I'm like, well, maybe now I'll get into the storyline. I don't know. So we'll kind of go that direction. We're going to start off with Spencer, because he's back. Again, and actually, Nicholas Bechtel and I are talking about him being on the show. He contacted me, and we're working on him on the show.
Yeah, I think he would be so much fun.
I know. He's going to be so good. Oh, so we're working on him. But anyway, I've been praising him because he's been so... And Michelle talked about it on the show, too, when she was here last week. He's such a good little actor.
Yeah, he, to me, is the closest to, say, some of our other young soap actors that we've seen come in here. And I think Brooklyn as well.
Yes.
Her and Nicholas are very much like Jonathan Jackson and Kimberly McCullough. These really young powerhouses that just shine. And both of them also were kind of with some of the same people, Jeannie Francis, Finola Hughes, and they're just kicking it out of the park. Hopefully they have many years to come, whether it be on GH or otherwise.
I think it's hilarious that the showdown, the looks that he gives, him and James Patrick Stewart are just
so good.
They're so good. I never thought I'd be in a storyline where it's a kid versus an adult.
Yeah, but it's so cute, and I love the little parallels to Hamlet, because everyone knows how much or maybe not. I'm a big Shakespeare fan. I was like, wait a minute, but Sons of Anarchy was based on Hamlet. That's why. And I always tell people, you know what's funny is The Lion King and Sons of Anarchy are based on the same thing.
And it actually is very true. Sons of Anarchy, that was one that I binge watched later. I didn't watch it during its run, and I was shocked if you ever watch, you see this show is like, talk about Shakespearean.
Oh yeah.
Oh my God. Things that happen to Gemma and things that happen to, oh my, there's so many things that go on this show.
Yeah.
They're just like amazing stuff that goes on this show. Anyway.
Yeah, it was a good one.
Let me start on, give me some more Griffin, some more Griffin.
Yeah, I know, and I'm like,
you.
yeah, I'm so glad he's actually getting stuff now.
Yes.
And if you've ever seen, I just watched it again, Kings of Con, which is based on basically supernatural conventions. It's kind of like Con Man with Alan Tudyk and Nathan Fillion, but it's got the two guys who played God and Gabriel on Supernatural. It was their version, and Matt Cohen plays a douchey version of himself, and he's really funny.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
You know that. Okay, that's great. Okay, so I love that. So Spencer got out. he found his way out of there. With his smash. Trust me, I wear glasses. I understand. But she always keeps a spare pair. That's right, Grandma Laura. I love that.
That's so cute.
That was really cute. But so anyway, so they're all the play. We saw Valerie for a minute.
Yeah. Literally a minute.
Like literally a minute. So hey, Brittany Sarpy, good to see you. I follow her on Snapchat. She's always doing other stuff. But just like we saw her for a minute, and I just thought. It was such a good thing to see him get out of that on his own. And he's actually kind of even though he's not a blood relation, he's very Spencer.
Yeah.
In many ways, like he's Spencer, like his name, but he's very much like like he should be the way Lulu should be.
I know, and I'm like, every time I see Spencer and Laura in scenes and other people with Spencer, I'm like, this is how Laura should be talking to Lulu, and it's so frustrating that she doesn't. And like Spencer is so smart and so capable. It's very frustrating to see that, you know, we don't get that sometimes from the actual Spencers. Yeah. But, you know, he is a name. I mean, Nicholas did name him after them.
Yes, he did. And, you know, and the thing about this, you know, the beginning of the week, of course, we had Valentin tied up on stuff with Jason. And it's funny because I had a feeling after a while, like, maybe Valentin didn't do it. Like, maybe it wasn't.
I didn't think he did. Yeah, it was too easy.
It was too easy. Again, if you watch any procedural at night, you can almost guess that. But it kept us going for a while. And like we said when I talked to Michelle, it was great for the drama of Nina. Does she believe him? Does she not? She's in love with him. Does she believe? They created that kind of drama, which I enjoyed. But again, his return, going after the shoes. I mean, Spencer would know that. Of course, everything's so in character. It's so in character. I just was like, yes. And then, but anyway, so it turns out he did. So basically, wait. So am I correct? So was it Harvey? Did he take Spencer? Get back at Sonny?
Yeah.
That's what I thought. So I'm thinking, I wasn't sure if I was correct. At the very end, when we get to the end of the week, like basically he stole Spencer. He sent that text to Sonny to get him to the warehouse. But then Sam, of course, ruins. I mean, that's on. We'll get to that. We'll get to that also at some point. But that was really. I was like, oh, okay, that's what was going on. But it just coincided the same timing as Valentin. And of course, Valentin is supposed to be the bad guy of the show, I guess. Is he?
Well, I like the way that, because I feel like James Patrick Stewart was given a longer storyline, that they sort of went back on him being so bad and things like that, and he's really not. I mean,
I guess he's not, right?
And that's sort of the thing, is you do realize that, and that's why I hope that, you know, Nicholas is alive, because let's face it, that's the only bad thing Valentin has actually done. Because even the stealing the Chimera and all that was about Anna. It wasn't, I mean, and two, he gave it to Helena, not thinking anybody would use it. He is not a bad person. He did one bad thing and he even still stands by. Nicholas probably faked his death again. I didn't.
He keeps saying that. I know. It's like, okay, folks, what are you trying to tell us?
Yeah.
What are you trying to tell us?
Well, and that was obviously where they were going, but Tyler didn't resign.
I know. But I keep mentioning it. It's like he keeps saying it. You guys out there, hello to the chat room. If I didn't say hi to the chat room, hello chat room. You guys are in there. You guys are talking. We should have Dr. Lucas Jones on his sister, of course, working on his sister, and we'll get to that in a second. Where again, always where is Lucas? That's always the question. Anyway, everybody's minds. But
Ryan Carnes is very busy. I think
he is busy. Yeah. He is busy these days. But that's another story, you guys. Another story. But yes, I just love this. And at the very end of basically everything was like, you know, I was Spencer Castline, prepare to die. I'm really curious to see how this really plays out. I mean, it just could go. Guys, if Nicholas really is kind of, I mean, anyways, I guess we'll see. I don't know. We'll see. What's going on with that one? Also, I just want to talk about Josslyn, another young girl, which I said to her also online, a friend of our show, Eden McCoy, is doing such amazing work as Josslyn. She is completely conveying that teenage girl. I love when they brought it. Well, first, I love how Monday when she was getting smart mouth, and Carly just shut that down. She's like, she wanted to say, I know she wanted to say, no, bitch. You know, I run this house. I'm head bitch in charge. I run this house. You're not going to be telling me what. I mean, but Josslyn's. I mean, I've had teenage girls, so I mean, completely, she's acting. I mean, she's so in real life she's really sweet, but I mean, I mean, she shut him down. And I love this. Is my favorite part. This is such a mother or parent thing. The phone rings. Josh picks up the phone. You know, Carly picks up the phone. That's my phone, Mom. And as I want this. She's like, she goes, I know. And I bought it, and I pay the monthly fee. I was like, that's right, girl. You tell her, girl. Tell her. That's right.
As I say, there are plenty of times where I do love Carly because unlike, say, Sonny, Carly gets her due sometimes.
Yes, she does.
And I think that's what's the separation with their characters. They both may be frustrating and narcissistic, but Carly gets what's given to her often. And it's so funny to see Josslyn push back. And Eden McCoy is so great in these scenes. And that's the thing is, part of me just wants Josslyn to give her hell, but I don't want anything bad to happen to Josslyn because she's a smart kid. I don't want to see her get knocked up or anything.
Right.
And I don't think that's where they're going because this Oscar kid is a sweet kid.
I was gonna say next thing they're saying in the chat room too. Whoever cast this guy, he's really good, and he held his own when he came and met. It was just so funny about the flowers. They're big. Whoever came, flower department, they were beautiful flowers. First of all, they're really pretty flowers, and. I like that he got to meet Carly, and she thought he was kind of cute, and they got along. But I love Carly was calling him out. When she first was calling him out and everything. Since you already been to the house already, I was like, "Ooh, Carly is so gay," because Carly's ghetto. Carly comes from the trailer park in Florida.
Oh yeah.
I love it when she gets down home. She's like, "I'm home, girl. I can break it down for you." And she was like, getting him shade, and he was just like, "Yeah, I did that." And it was just Josh and Eden McCoy rolling her eyes and being like, "Oh my God, Mom, like really?" It was such a teenage move. It was just so. McGree says, becoming a parent is the ultimate payback. Girl or guy, McGree's on what you are. It was my payback too, trust me. I understand. And now my daughter's going through it. With her own daughter. So I love it. But yes, I agree with you. I don't want anything to happen to Joss because I want her to be that smart girl.
Yeah.
I think Christina can make all the mistakes in that family. We want Joss to be okay. And you guys, Ashley Jones is coming back on General Hospital's Parker. That was just revealed. So you guys get excited about that, but yeah, I love Carly when she jumped on that gangster when she was gangsta.
I know.
We talked about that too.
Carly got hood all this week, and it was awesome. That's the Carly I like.
Exactly, because that's her roots. Her and Bobby T. They're not upper crust. They weren't raised that way. And I love that Carly. She always kind of brings it like that. When she's against any of the girls, so she's like, she will get into a fight. She will throw down.
Yeah, that's why when her and Ava throw down, it's the best because they're both just like earrings off, like, yeah, let's go. Like
totally. So yeah, I love Hood Carly too. I like that. I love Hood Carly too. So yeah, we'll talk about that in a second. But yeah, just in general, I like. But here's the part I had to moan. I had to moan.
And not in the way when Donnell was in it.
No, I got something about that storyline too. We'll talk about that in a second too. Okay. The problem I had was, so they had Oscar and Josslyn go to the site where Carly's trapped, where Sonny's trapped. Now my thought was, I thought he could still hear them. I thought they could still hear. I mean, they just covered up the part, but like I thought he could still hear. They could hear them talking and laughing and making movement up there. Yeah. It seemed weird to me because it's a loose floor. I thought.
You should still be able to hear
or feel vibration down there. I thought that was kind of a. So the whole time they're there having their moments, he's stuck down there recounting each of his children, which was kind of cool actually. Because each kid he did was kind of like him.
But it was just such BS. I mean, I know I've been getting a lot of tweets or the comments here in the chat. Thank you guys because I was rolling my eyes, especially because it's like, oh my God, here we go, the Sonny sob story. And a lot of people are like, we just don't care. I mean, and that's the thing is like, too, especially what he says is like, Dante, you're so much like me. Michael, you're so much like me. And it's like, no, they're not.
Well, he said Michael was better than him.
He did say Michael was better than him. But let's face it, Dante's the best one, and that's because he didn't have anything to do with him.
And Christina is the most like him.
Oh,
she is
other than Morgan. Morgan was a perfect mix of Carly and Sonny's bad traits. And then Christina is very similar to Sonny. Yeah. But I actually really liked her this week.
Me too. I was about to say.
Yeah.
So, yeah, so you guys agreed with me. It was like they were on this loose, it was this construction area. and he didn't hear or feel, or they didn't. I mean, it just felt really weird. Like they didn't even make any close calls or anything. It was only like it was just kind of like they're hanging out the same place where Sonny is, and
it made no sense. Like, why do that if they weren't going to save him?
Because I thought it'd be kind of fun if they saved him.
Yeah, I thought it would be funny for Joss to find him and be like, oh yeah, you.
But then Oscar wanting to save him. I guess that would have made more sense to me. So that's my major. You guys agree with you? Sawyer, TR, Dion's cornerback. I agree. My eyes were rolling during that part, even though they're cutesy together. So I like them. I like Olive, Oscar, and I don't know. Maybe it's a martini. Oscar and Joss like them together, but I just didn't care for. Yeah, and his name was Oscar Nero.
Yeah. That's why I'm wondering, who is he going to be related to? Because I think we have this kid.
Yes, because he said, I don't know my father. They're my father. It's always the dads on this show. Well, I guess the mothers that give birth to you, so I guess you can't really do anything there. So I like them together. So I want to just make sure people hate on Chrissy, but I like her. No, I like Christina.
Yeah, I do too. Yeah. I may get frustrated when she's kind of childish, but I mean, she can't help it. Look at her parents. I mean, that's true. I love Lexi.
I just want to get this out the way really quick because it just bugs the shit the S out of me. Sorry. I know, like, oops, the S out of me. They're at the Floating Rib, and on Monday, and we have Mac and Nathan talking. And Mac is trying to follow Manlander's advice. Oh,
and this is where I was like, Frank will be ranting up a storm. I mean, like, because Mac is his favorite. And to pull him into the worst storyline, the Manlanders, and for Mac to be looking for advice on this, let's face it, Mac should be the Mac Daddy of Port Charles. I mean, God, he's so hot.
I know, just cheese and crackers. I was rolling my eyes on that storyline. I'm just like, I mentioned it really quick because I even told Michelle Stafford how much I hate the storyline to her. She was like, "You did." It was fun. Her reaction was really funny. I was like, I was like, you bring him into that. I'm like, give me a break. Just give me a break. No one knows. Everybody's like, "Where's Sonny? Where's Sonny?" I kind of laugh about that. Like, no one's really. Everybody's like, "Where is he? Where is he?" And they're all like, kind of worried, but no one's really looking.
And what I like is like and I kind of hate that Michael hasn't gotten to the hospital yet. But I was like, it's so fitting for Carly and Michael to be with Jason, who really loves them, rather than Sonny. I mean, and I don't mean to be mean, but let's face it, Jason is more Michael's father and always had been. And like Carly may be selfish and everything, but she does put Jason first.
So how do we?
And that's why I like that she went there to be with him.
She went there, and it is very ironic, actually. I'm glad Alexis finally showed up, and that was good. First of all, you guys, how do you feel about? I mean, Sam was, I got to take you out. At the beginning of the week, I got to take you out, and she interrupted everything that was going on. And it was like, and he was like, and Harvey's like, oh, okay. Like, so where'd this chick come from? Like, it was kind of crazy. And when she kicked him into that thing, first of all, why is his back broken? First of all, it's like a long drop. That's another story. And I'm sorry, Maurice Bernard's, our Sonny, a little older than I am. I'm surprised that's all he got. But he got shot in the leg because whatever. But I just like, she just really, I mean, and now they got her into a coma and just like.
Yeah, and it's toxoplasmosis, which is what you get from cat litter. I mean, and that's why I'm like, this is just weird.
Yes.
And I love how it's like, oh yeah, we've got to come all back around, and somehow it's all Julian's fault again, and it's like.
But I did like Christina.
I liked Christina has every right to do that, and that's what I say. Is like, I may like Julian, but the reason is because everyone who hates Julian should hate him, and we get to have that on the show as opposed to Sonny. No one can ever hate Sonny for too long unless they're a bad guy.
Yeah.
And that's the thing is Alexis's family should hate Julian, and I love that it's never forgotten. And she can throw him out of the hospital like she did. Because that's what Christina should do. Like, that's
Christina
logical.
was not having it. She was not having it.
And I love Jason. No, she pretty well set everything up. Billy Miller was great this week. He did some of his best work this week.
And everybody's saying Laura and Billy have good chemistry. We've always said that, actually.
Yeah.
We have said that Billy and Maurice, we didn't see any chemistry there.
No, but with
Billy
Laura, yeah.
So I totally agree with you guys. Our Melvin fan, completely agree with you on that one. Why in the hell did Sonny knock Sam's ass out and deal with call the cops or his guys? I don't know. Christina gave me life every time she drags. Every time she drags a family member. Yeah, she was not having it. She was like, I am done. What are you doing? First she was like, what are you doing here? I love that. But she gave Jason hugs. Just kind of like, they're being a close family. And,
I loved when she hugged Jason because like she knew that's what he needed.
That's what he needed. So that was kind of nice. And but yeah, she was. I mean. Christina wasn't having it, folks. Yeah. Lexi is fierce, so that was a good one. What happened to the friendship between Carly and Finn? That's true. They did have a friendship together.
Yeah.
I like them together in the beginning, but. Well, I think, again, Endgame is going to be Carly and Sonny, but friendship, they should do more friendship with them since Tracy's gone now. That's true.
Yeah, he needs a friend. Other than, I like him and Griffin being friends. They're cute.
Yes, they did a little lunch together, whatever, and stuff. That's kind of fun. And Griffin's new little short hair dude. You like that? I do. Dr. Hot Priest for you. Yeah. But yeah, so Sam is in a coma, and because you're seeing Sonny still, and Scout's okay. We got to about Scout. Emily Scout's fine. Don't worry about her. So I don't know. It's just like Christina and Alicia's hug too. Yes. So I guess we'll see what happens. But I have no idea where they're going with the story. I don't really understand how this fits in and what's it going to do with Steve Burton returning. And that's the thing is we have no idea what's going on. Okay, folks. She just said it. We do not. People have asked me. I do not know. She does not. We don't know when Steve's coming back. There was a talk that he may come back for sweeps, which is usually November. Yeah, and I'd heard August. I heard August. I heard August or September. Also, I've heard different reports. I think it's meant to be confusing on purpose. It's going to drop when it happens. I think we may not know when it's going to happen. I don't know if they're going to let us know. But I guess there was a thing that went out, and he was like, will he be Jason? Okay, folks, I'm sorry. I will bet my life, my children's lives, and my grandchildren's lives that he will be Jason eventually. There's no way that Steve Burton would come back and not really turn out to be Jason. I just think it's going to be something there. So, but yeah. But anyway, back to so Billy Miller, I agree, was great this week. You guys like Carly and Finn's friend. Yeah, Griffin and Finn, my favorite bromance. Well, now because they haven't shown Jason and Curtis together for a while. Why? Because Curtis is busy right now. Yeah. He's busy with his Aunt Stella. And our girl Vanessa, who plays Jordan, her and Aunt Stella were having some moments together. Oh, yeah. Woo! There's some side eye and left eye and right eye, and there was all stuff going on there. And I was like, left eye. She didn't burn down her house. Well, no, she looked like she wanted to, though. Yeah. Jordan was like, it must be nice that you're always right. And it's like, slow. I was like, oh, my God, girl. Because Stella's like, you're doing best. This is best for the family and blah, blah. So this is an interesting development. I don't know, how do you feel about that? This is the promise happening between Curtis and Jordan's not another woman, another man. It's actually a family member who feels bad about the brothers and all that stuff. Well, as wonky as the storyline's been, it's at least refreshing that they're going that route. Because, yeah, it's not them cheating. It's not, a random kid coming out of nowhere. Yep. It's a family member who honestly has a legitimate reason to be mad and not want Curtis to go down this way. I just wish it was written a little bit better. And I think that's the thing. Is like, it is a good idea in theory. I mean, and it's nice to see different relationships and stuff on the show. I had chuckle. But she's like, I'm surprised you don't have women just throwing themselves at you. And then Hayden walks up, hi! And she's like, oh, excuse me. That exchange was kind of fun. And she was like, I wrote down. She was like, no. He's like my brother. She's like, well, that's not one time. He's like, stop it. Yeah. I mean, and I guess, it's funny. I didn't realize this. Donnell Turner said this on air, not on air, in print. She was his first scene partners. I forgot that he came on because of her at first. Yeah, she had hired him. I totally forgot about that. And he said how sad she's leaving. He was just like, yeah, she was my first scene. I feel such a kindred spirit to her. I'm like, well, of course he would. I mean, that was his face. Yeah, and it is so frustrating because Hayden has so much potential. I love Rebecca Budding. I always have. To be honest, she's probably top 5 favorite soap actresses. Happy 20th anniversary to Rebecca Hurst. She's made 20. She's 20, and she looks the same. Yeah, and that's the thing is I want Becky to come on here just so I know her secret. I know, me too. Because she looks the same. She looks the same. And the thing is her and Rebecca Budding have such good chemistry. I really wanted to see them as sisters because these scenes with them are great. And then Rebecca's great with Finn and with Donnell, and you're like, oh. I know, it's so frustrating. So much to go with that character that I don't understand. I mean, it's like why are they writing for her all of a sudden? It seems like not writing. She seems like and it worked. I loved her going over to Elizabeth's house. Yeah, that was great. And like you say, her scenes with Curtis, with Aunt Stella. Yeah, they were great. They're great. I'm like. Because that Stella seems a little bit racist. Because every time she's like with Molly, and then she was like, "Oh no, I like Molly. She spilled the tea." But with Hayden, she's still like, okay, pregnant. Okay. Like she was so judgy. It's like reminded me of my family and parts of mine. Like he was like, she's like, he's gonna be an uncle kind of sort of. Because I'm like, so she was until you were side eye. Yeah. That's why I was like, her facial expressions are so funny because you're like, you see it. Our Melvin fan, Stella was a typical nosy black girl. relative in that scene. She totally was.
Yeah.
She was trying to get these. She's trying to find out what's going on. I'm like, I'm that nosy black relative. Trust me, my family. What's going on? But yeah, like Dion's corner. I do agree. All of her scenes have just been amazing recently. They've been writing her the way we've been wanting her to write her. It's just so sad. It's like, and now they're really giving it. And just on a side storyline part of this, Obrecht met with Jared.
Yeah.
So there's something going. She mentioned something about like that night. You know that person. Something happened. Like something was.
Yeah.
You went to prison for something. Like, something happened.
Yeah, and that's the thing is he went to prison for something she did, and she was supposed to pay him back. Is what it seems like, and then it's like, what could? Because I'm guessing, is Hayden going to go to jail or run off? And that doesn't seem like her character when she has all this now. Yeah, with Elizabeth, with Finn, and
it's just very interesting that she's getting these major storylines and like.
She should have been getting them all along.
All along. I completely agree. Rebecca Butter can act, you guys. She can totally act.
Yeah, and her chemistry with Michael Easton and Donnell Turner and Rebecca Hurst are great.
It works. It totally works. And Estelle needs a man. She's probably so angry and bitter then, okay?
And that worked for Jordan.
It sure did work for Jordan for a while. It loosened her up for a while. Her hair was straight for a minute. Yeah. So it was you know. So it was really so no. But I'm like, yeah. I think this storyline. I'm really curious to see what they're going to do because for the Jordan and Stella and Curtis, that's going to go on for a while probably. But with the Hayden part, I'm really curious. I mean, I guess we're winding down. I don't know how long it's going to be. They didn't announce an exit, so I don't know. So, but I'm liking her stuff. She's just doing such a great job. And also, I have to mention, we had one day of Kirsten Storms.
Yeah.
That's it.
Well, and I thought that was odd that they did that to kind of smooth it over, and she's coming back because she had a picture with Bradford Anderson.
Yeah, I saw that. I didn't see that.
So it's obvious she's coming back, but it was like, why are we getting this one scene to tide us over? I mean,
yeah, I don't either. I just I'm like, there was no Andre and Anna last week. I know. I'll say about the two. No, I don't know why. Yeah, it was just kind of like, okay, well, I mean, I don't know. Kind of crazy. So he's on for a day. They packed everything in to that one day. We saw Felicia and Robin's having her baby. So they had Anna come in. I mean, it was kind of cute to see the Scorpios together.
Yeah, it was nice to see the family together.
That was kind of cute to see them together. And how they really her and Nathan wanted to get together. Okay, first of all, I guess they're young. Because I'm like, I need a few more hours to get it together just for a minute. Because it was like, I have to fly out in 3 hours. I'm like, I need more time than that. I mean, I have to go through customs and shit. Just going to Paris. It's kind of crazy. But anywho, I thought it was cute. She did look really good.
Yes.
She did look, I'll keep playing this thing in here. She did look really good. She did look healthier. Maybe to throw her into Robin having a baby. No, that's right. 3 hours later, I was like, really? Yeah, me too, Dion's corner. I'm like, this is a little. I'm like, okay.
Yeah, you have a 3 hour layover, so you're actually out doing stuff.
Yeah,
like,
exactly. I'm like,
why aren't you waiting at the airport?
I'm like, that's just kind of, but whatever. Again, see, that's the thing. Again, they just said 8 hours.
Yeah, then that would be believable.
It makes it just they don't do that. Call Molly Burnett. I know we'd love to have her play Max again. Molly has some projects coming out. She was actually in AfterBuzz. She came to Edition Days about 3 or 4 weeks ago. So you go to AfterBuzz TV, Days of Our Lives After Show, Molly Burnett, and she was in recently. She talked about all that. I actually called in and talked to her. I got a chance to call in. I keep missing her in person. And I just told her how good she was as Maxie on the show, and she told me thank you. She really enjoyed that, and she only had like a day to learn the lines or whatever. Like, it was something really crazy. These film actors really do work hard. I mean, this is no joke. But she did. But Kirsten did look beautiful. It was only one day. I don't know what this means. I mean, I guess. Michelle said last week she kind of thinks that a little thing back there that she's coming back. I think.
Yeah, because as I say, her and Bradford Anderson had a picture in the hospital set. So I mean, it's obvious that she's coming back, and he'll be there.
Hope so. Okay, so we'll see with that. I did one of my favorite parts of the whole week was Carly and Harvey.
Yeah, Elizabeth's face when Carly showed up was like, "Oh God, I knew this bitch was going to be the death of me."
Exactly.
And I'm like, Becky played it so perfectly. I was like, that was one of my laugh out loud moments. Same thing with Christina when Julian showed up. She was like, "Oh no, you did!" Like it was an immediate like.
I did laugh at that too. I was like. She was like, "Oh God, it's Carly." But then they had to work together, and you know Carly does not like Liz, and they had to work. They had to work together, And I was laughing because it kept saying, "What you doing, Sonny?" I'm thinking if I was Liz, I'm like, "Bitch, I'm being held hostage."
This guy has a gun to me, and you're worried about Sonny.
Of course. As I kept laughing, I was like, "Oh my God!" I couldn't stop because I laughed at that. But yeah, so she's asking him questions. He's hurt because he's been shot, and so he's hurt. And he was just gonna have Liz, help him, but he's saying Carly's gonna send Carly inside him and stuff. She's like, "Okay, I'll do it." When she turned around and she's like, "Get down," to Liz, and I couldn't stop laughing. I was like, "You go, bitch." She worked that out, didn't she? She was again, Hood Carly was in effect. She said she was like, "I'm not letting you go. You gotta tell me what you do with Sonny. I killed him." Well, they showed the scenes for next week. She doesn't believe that anyway. So, so they kind of spoiled that part. But yes, it's gonna be. I love that she took him down. Like you better tell him. Carly was bad at. Carly found her Spencer side. That's right, McRee. She did. I love to see Sharon Casey turn to GH's Don Winthrop. You're going way back in time.
Yeah. Well, Monica, her kids keep dying on it. Let's have one of them come back.
I know. That is like, that's yes. Oh, Garvey. Sorry. Did I say Harvey? Garvey. Sorry. I meant to say Garvey. I've written down as Garvey, if I show my notes. Either way, he's a minor character or whatever. But the point is, but Carly took him down, and it was just so good. Like I said, Carly was acting like Carly. Damn right she would have jumped Garvey. That's right. She did. She's like, I'll go inside and get some stuff for you, and just like leave Liz here. Like she's gonna do that. But I love that. That was one of my favorite parts of the week. It was just so good. Let's see. Let me see. Am I missing anything? What's on there? Our buddy, he just makes me laugh. He's wearing the bib and everything. Yeah. Scotty.
I love Scotty.
Talking to Julian. He's just needling Julian and just like, this is my life we're talking about. Like, he's just such a whiner.
Yeah, I know. That's the only not hot part of Julian is
so
the whiny.
He's
and
so
I'm like,
whiny.
Why? Like, and I love when Scotty's like, I don't know what you have over her, but like, you need to not blow this. And I'm just like, we all know it's that fantastic butt.
Well, what was the hashtag you guys came up with? You and Kelly came up with?
Hashtag hot Canadian butt.
Hot Canadian butt is what it is. Oh my God, it's so funny. I'm like, I just love Ken Schreiner. Whenever he comes on,
he's so funny.
He's so good. Oh my God. And he's just gonna eat his food and he's like, "Oh really? So you're just gonna, you think it's a joke for you?" And I was like, because Julian is such he's a coward, or he's just such. I mean, he brings stuff on for himself, but he doesn't like to take the responsibility. He doesn't like to take responsibility for it. But it's all brought on by himself.
And the thing is like, yeah, we all know no one would like Julian if he wasn't so good looking, but that's why he works so hard on his body.
That's right.
And that's what Alexis sees in him.
So it's all primal.
Yeah.
It's all primal. So, yeah, so he's thinking he might find a way. I mean, we'll see. I guess the trial, I wonder if that's to be sweeps or not. Or it'll be sooner. It'll be sooner.
I think so. I think they're going to wrap that stuff up and put Julian and Alexis back together. We all see it coming.
Yeah, I guess so. Let's see. Anything else? Let's see. Jordan, Dante. Oh, they're still trying to find anything at Garvey. So I guess he'll be run to the hospital next week. They're going to see that.
Yeah, Kelly says it's hashtag Canadian hot butt.
That's it. I guess Canadian hot butt. Yeah, Ken's always. Monica's your favorite character, TR. Okay. Okay. I may hate Julian, but me and William are both from Montreal.
Yeah.
Literally a city with the hottest Canadians, hence his nice butt. I've been to Montreal. I saw some hot Canadians.
Yeah, and if you guys ever want to use this dumb song me and my brother made up when we were actually in Vancouver on Montreal Street, even though we'd been to Montreal the year before, but it was like Montreal, not Montreal. We had a few.
We know. I've been to Vancouver and I've been to Montreal. I've been to both, so yeah. I love them both. So I mean, they're both great cities, and Canadians are really nice. Yeah. I just actually interviewed a Canadian on one of my other shows, my radio shows this week, and I was like, "You guys are super nice," and they are just super nice.
Mm-hmm. That's why I only date Canadians.
We had a brief moment with Nina and Anna this week, just saying that Valentin was innocent. I always like seeing Nina and Anna together. Actually, Finola Hughes and Michelle Starr are friends.
So great,
and they're friends in real life. Let's see. Anna called Patrick. Oh, I love what Mac was saying. Maxburg named for a guy or a girl for the baby. I thought that was kind of cute.
Yeah, that was cute.
And talking about Georgie saying you can get back what you got, what I got from you, Georgie, and Robin. I thought that was kind of fun. He was the best stepfather on earth.
Yeah, that's the thing, is Mac, it's a shame that Georgie turned out not to be his, because Mac is the best dad.
Yes. I do agree with you. I'm a fan. Ava and Sky need back together as friends.
Yeah, and I feel like they still are. She was just kind of pushing him away, and I think he's just giving her some space, because, he's still helping Julian.
Yeah,
he made Julian pay for his stuff, but he wouldn't have done that to Ava.
No.
He likes her.
Oh, and our buddy, friend of the show, Miss Caroline Hennessy. Mm-hmm. Great week for her, too. Great episode of her. Her and Carly talking about Max, and juxtaposing that with Sonny coming down. I really liked that. It was a semi-serious conversation.
Yeah, because Carolyn Hennessy can bring it, and I'm glad that they have been giving her more emotional scenes, and I like that she was lamenting to Carly, because Carly's the only person who could understand what she was going through with Max kind of taking over, and like Diane is someone who, there's a part of her that does care about Sonny, but she will give him. Jason is really more of the one she likes to protect and believes in. And that's what I like, is Diane has even left the business, just, being their lawyer, because she doesn't agree with Sonny's choices. And she'll give it. And I like that about her.
The thing the part that I really liked was she said, I thought we were friends at the very least at this point. Because I've done so much for him that he's a coward. I thought he had the courage, and she broke down. So I thought we were friends. Yeah. And I thought, and it was like, and Carly's, and they're like, well, you probably did it to protect you, which is something that they would do, of course. And Carly was like, do you want a drink? She's like, what do you think? I thought it was kind of cool. They both talked about it, because Max has been that loyal employee's right-hand man for so many years that, yes, his natural progression, like she said, would be the lead guy. And this was the most. I think this was the most emotional scene they were giving Diane. I think we love Carolyn here. We just love her so much, and she's such a great actress in everything she does. And her and Laura Wright, their scenes were magical. They were truthful. And I just thought they were very real. Yeah,
and that was the thing, is this, and then when Morgan died, Diane got a really good emotional scene. But that's because this is her family. Yeah. And that's the thing, is she's so disappointed in them for not being honest with her about Sonny leaving the business and it coming to Max. And I like that we get to see that part of Diane.
I agree. I think it's just something that it's because Carolyn has, like we said, can bring it. She can do comedy. She can do drama. She can do slapstick. She can do super serious. I mean, Homegirl can work it out. And I think, and same thing with Kathleen Gotti. It was really fun with her too, because even when we were talking with Michelle with her sad scenes, like, I'll find you a job, look for a job for you. Like, there was something sad about her. Like, Kathleen really imbued something that was like, Obrick's evil, right? But we felt for her for a minute.
Well, and that's sort of what is so good about Kathleen playing that character, is she brings a side of vulnerability to Obrick that when Nina didn't like her idea, I felt for her. And too, I really like that Nathan's like, she's my mom. I do want to help. He sees the good in her that, and I think Nina, to an extent, does kind of love and care for her. Yeah. And it's good to see her have these family moments, because, yes, she's kind of evil, but at the same time, not all the way. Just like every character on the show. They all have their demons, but, she's redeemable.
She is. Yeah. But I think these, okay, I'm going to say something really shady. This is Shady Sunday. I'll say something really shady. And this is nothing against the actress who was in the scenes, because, she's working, so good girl, you go girl. And she's a black actress, so I'm really happy for her. But I just feel like these scenes would have more weight if our girl Sonia Eddy was on as Epiphany Johnson. They have a new black actress on that's playing the nurse. Yeah. She's great, she's fine, everything. But I just felt like, I wish that Sonia Eddy was in it, because she knows the whole Jason stuff, and there's a whole history with that, and Sam. It's like, why isn't she there? I want her.
And that's the thing, is because of her son Stan. Yes. And that's why she would be a better fit than Felix. We like to see Felix, but Felix has more of a relationship with Michael. And if it were to do with Michael or somebody close, even though Sam and Michael are close, Felix would have made the most sense. Yes. But here, because of Stan and Jason and these things that Epiphany's had to go through, it really should have been her. I agree.
I think she should have been on screen. I just think. Yeah, so like I said, no offense to the actress who got some work. You go, girl, got some work. But I just feel like Sonia, who's a friend of our show too now, I think she should have been on screen. Or Felix. Felix is doing some fun stuff with Aunt Stella. Yeah. So Mark Anthony Samuel and them doing some fun stuff, and it's been great. But Epiphany, the only GH nurse, that's right, bitches. She is the head bitch in charge, and she wasn't there. Dang it! So I was like, she should have been on. That nurse, I don't know what that nurse's name is. Black nurse number 2. I don't know what her name is. She's somebody. I don't know. She's got curly hair. Yeah. She's cute, whatever. But I'm like, you're not. I mean, hello. I wish Epiphany was in that role, because she
would have taken charge and been on.
Exactly. And so, and probably would have thrown Julian out with it. Yeah. She would have. She says it to everybody. So I thought it just would have been a little more. I don't know. For me, just personally, and I also have to say shout outs to Jeannie Francis and Nicholas Bechtel. I love Laura when she grabs Nicholas's hand, I mean Spencer's hands, talk to him, and have this, she's trying to be like a grandmother to him, telling him, like, I love you, and she's trying to really look out for him. Like I said, when you weren't here, I was like the week before when she went off on Valentin, and on Nina.
I loved that because even though I like their characters, I like when people have human reactions like that. And Laura is still upset about Nicholas. Yes. And I like that we're not letting that die.
Yes.
It feels like he is still there, and we have Spencer. So, like, yeah, and I love Laura hitting him, Valentin with the pipe. Even though I love him, I'm just still yes, this is good.
Well, you get my luck before that, when she went off on Nina, and then we talked about Michelle, I was going to say, she goes, no, you're not sorry because you're condoning this. You're just as guilty as he is. I was like, ooh. And she was shaking, and Michelle said she jumped. She was feeling it, and then Laura was giving it to me. Jean Francis was giving it to her.
Yeah, she's been so good.
Oh, I know.
Yeah.
Because you're right. Her son died. Her son, well, not just died, her son was killed.
Yeah.
That's all she knows. We all know, that's all we think. She was killed. I don't think Laura's a grandmother right now. But Laura should be still upset. And she said to Spencer, I want justice too. We want justice.
Yeah.
You know, so that lawsuit's still out there. The lawsuit's not done yet. The civil suit's still out there. So we got several courtroom things coming up, but I just think it's
and that's why we need Nora Buchanan, Diane Miller, and is Alexis going to get behind the bench again?
That's right. McGree, she was distracted by Milo.
Yeah.
Well, if I was Epiphany, I'd be distracted by Milo too.
He's pretty cute.
Or Curtis. One of the two. Yes, Laura was bringing out her inner Spencer. She was. And I mean, again, like and she's just. Jean Francis is, to me, underrated. She's such a great actress. We know she's a great actress, but she's just so. When they give her the meat that she delivers. Yeah. She delivers. She does. Let's open the phone lines, you guys. Let's open the phone lines and have you guys say what you feel for a few moments.
And everyone's talking about the Sam and Ava scene, and I will say too, that was a really one-off scene that I loved, though,
me too.
because I love Sam kind of being like almost Lady Macbeth, like crazy level of like
blah, blah, and
get Avery, and I was like, this is great because the moment before when Ava scares the delivery guy because he insisted on she coming to the door was so funny because she's like, boo.
I know.
Ava is just amazing in this story.
I feel like I've praised her so much. I'm trying to give her a break from praising her so much because she's so.
But she's just the best.
She is the best. She is the best. And the thing is, she's bad.
Yeah.
And she's paying her due.
Well, and that's what I love about Ava versus some of the other bad characters is Ava does typically pay the consequences, but the thing is she never whines.
Right. Yeah. We have a call. You're our first caller. You're our first caller. You're on the GH Report. What is your name? Where are you calling from?
Well, the first caller here, but I was the last caller on Dishing Days.
Oh, hi.
From New York.
There you go. Hi, Mike. How are you?
How are you?
Good. How's
everyone?
We're okay. Lucretia, how are you doing, Lucretia? What are we doing?
Pretty good.
It's good. She's good. So what's going on?
Ms. Lyne. I have to use on the topic of that Sam scene with Ava. I thought it was terrific. Now I'm not really into this whole Sam having a disease and hallucinations and all this, like the constant hallucinations. I'm a little over that, but she is the only person in the history of that show who is a good guy that actually, to Ava, pointed out every single thing that Sonny did wrong and how he's never had to pay for it. It's as though she, all of a sudden, like in her high heels, became the voice of the fans, you know?
Yeah.
She became the voice of the fans because it is true. Everyone gets their due but Sonny. And nothing against Maurice, because I love Maurice. He's amazing.
No, he's amazing.
Slow clapping it. Yeah, I love Maurice. Yeah. He's killing it this week. But it's like, yeah, and that's the thing is maybe everyone else needs toxoplasmosis and they'll start seeing things straight.
No, I was kind of wishing that Scout had it so we could have two voices of reason, but she can't talk yet, so. Can we please change that kid's name? I'm sorry, I cannot take that kid. Can we start calling her Emily now?
Cute.
I mean,
no, this isn't To Kill a Mockingbird. Like, come on.
Yeah,
it doesn't seem like a name that Sam and Jason would name their kid. It just seems out of character because they're both so serious.
Well, I will leave the Sonny stuff to Lacretia because that's her bashing. That's her Rihanna bash.
That's my.
Yeah. So yes.
Yeah, and that's the thing is this scene was so honest, and yes, the whole rest of the Sam storyline I've not really loved, but I was like, why couldn't we have more of this?
Yeah, I agree.
Because she was so speaking for what most of us have said, and as we say with Ava, is like Ava is unapologetically evil in a way. But she does pay the consequences in one way or another.
And also, they're saying that Sam's seizure was very believable. Very scary.
Yeah, Kelly Monaco is just an insanely good actress.
She is. I think she's a great actress.
Oh, I love her.
And that's what we talk about all the time. Okay, we may not like the storylines that we see with Sam or Carson, but we enjoy the actors. Like, we think they're all good actors.
Sure.
Yeah.
So I'm saying to you fans.
I'll say this: I'm one of the few fans that loves both Elizabeth and Sam. So when I see the two fan bases arguing, I try to be the voice of reason, and I get my asshole ripped apart.
Of course.
But if you don't like the way a character is behaving, I don't understand why you want to see that character leave the show and have the actor lose their job.
Right.
That's not an actor issue. That's a writing issue.
Right.
Yeah.
Why should an actor be fired because there's a writing issue?
Right.
It makes no sense to me.
And two, Sam and Liz go through bouts where I'm like, oh, I really don't like Liz in this storyline, or I don't like Sam. But I'm never like, oh my God, these should be fired. No, they're both two of the top actresses in daytime. We need them on the show. Like,
and I want to say something to the fans out there that you just brought up. Jean Passanati, actually, her last day just happened, and she tweeted online, "My last day." And some people on our soap press were tweeting her back saying, "Congrats, thanks for all your hard work." And I want to shame some people for actually tweeting at her and yelling at her, saying, "Were you the one who got rid of Becca Buddick? Were you the one who got rid of?" So I'm like, she didn't. They're going at her. It's like, first of all, she's a writer, not a producer, and someone said that finally. So fans out there, again, don't attack. I mean, like. She didn't have anything to do. The producers make their decisions, and that's how they go. The writers don't. The actors don't a lot of times. So, like, just, I just people calm down a little bit. It just kind of
unless you perform your job to perfection on a daily basis, I mean, these are other people performing their job. And you know what? You can't be a 10 all of the time.
No, not always,
Sorry,
no.
I'm not in my own life.
No, me either. No, same here. Yeah.
And just my last thing before I go, I'm really sorry. I know I talk a lot.
No.
But all of the Liz haters, there is not one Liz hater out there that can have an issue with Elizabeth right now, because the way she has been written this last year.
Yeah, she's had a great story this last year.
Terrific. Yeah. She's doing her job. She's taking care of her kids. She is basking in her relationship. She is not bothering. She's standing up to Jason when he bullies her. She has been a normal person, non-manipulative, and this is the way they need to keep writing her, because she's great.
Yeah, I agree.
Great.
And I agree. So thanks, Michael, for calling. We love hearing
your voice.
Of
Have
course.
a good night.
Thank you. Bye.
Yeah, to me, Liz is one of my favorite characters.
Yeah, she's fine.
Now.
Yeah, she's fine.
Yeah.
McRee speaks of something. They said there was a whole tag on Twitter about Kristen Storms too. People didn't get off. I mean, she was off for medical leave. She had things going on. Okay, we got to.
Yeah.
It makes me agree. We got to agree.
All right.
You're on GH Report. What is your name and where are you calling from?
Hey, what's up, James and Lacretia? This is Jacob.
Hey, Jacob.
Jacob.
How's everybody doing?
We're a little fired up, but we're good today. We're good.
Yeah, and I agree. Sonny is doing a really good job on the show. But I'm really enjoying the storyline of him being stuck in that hole. It's a ridiculous storyline, but I've never been happier. that character's finally getting like his justice, because it's like Sonny can't do no wrong, and I'm like, finally he's getting some justice. So I'm hoping they leave him in the hole for a while, kind of like they did with the Baby Jessica thing back in the 80s when she fell down the well.
Yes.
So I'm really enjoying that. And the whole Monaco is doing a really good job with that storyline.
Yes.
But I feel sorry for this character because she always gets every disease thrown at her. She always has seizures. She's always passing out. She's always getting blown up in buildings. And it's like, I feel sorry for her, but she's doing a really good job.
And I think that's why they do it to her character, is they're like, well, we know Kelly Monaco can cry like nobody else.
Yes, she can. Yes, she can.
I'm just like, can she just not catch a break? Because she's been dealing with this stuff for 20 years. And then before that, she was dealing with all that supernatural stuff on the spin-off of Port Charles way back in the day.
Yes. She was Livy.
And then one more quick thing. I'm really enjoying the Ava storyline because, yeah, it's kind of a little far-fetched a little bit, but she's really doing a great job.
She don't look that bad, actually. I was looking going,
I was like, it's not that bad.
Not bad. I've seen worse burn victims. Like, hello.
And I was wondering, I don't know, because I know it has to do with the PR people, but have you tried to get more or less on the DH report?
Yes, I'm working on all that stuff. They went dark. They went dark for a month. They took time off. And so they're not back at work, I think, again. They're back at work now, just came back to work. So the PR people told me to contact them again for guests in August. So that's why the couple of guests I've had on were my own personal friends, like Michelle. I just brought her on; she's my friend. But no, I was told to check with them back in August.
And I'm so glad that we're kind of being able to see Josslyn more, because there for a while we weren't seeing her for a while. So I hope they continue writing for her and not kind of drop the ball, because I know they usually write for the teams in the summer, then kind of it goes back to the whole Sonny and Carly show after that.
Lucretia's favorite.
I hope they keep up the good work. But I just wanted to say you guys are doing a really good job. I'll let you go so somebody else can call in. So talk to you guys next week.
Thank you, Jacob. Thank you.
Thanks. Have a great night.
You
Bye.
too. Yeah, people are talking about the Kristen thing. Yeah, people need to get over themselves and stop attacking the actors. Okay, what's next?
Well, people just don't treat people like people.
They don't, and that's the thing. We're all. I mean, these people work really hard, and they're here for you, and they're trying to make the best of their shows. And people have real lives, and like I said, it's selfishness. It's just it's crazy. Compassion is bad. Yes. Right. You're on the air at GH Report. What is your name? Where are you calling from?
It's P.I. Kelly.
She made it through. Hey. Oh my God! I was wondering what's going on. Hey, girl, what's going on?
I kept getting a recording.
Yes. Well, now you're on. What's going on?
Now I'm on.
What's going on, girlfriend?
Anybody else laugh at the faces that Nathan was making at Mac?
Yes. And and also how
he was so dying to say something, but he knew he couldn't.
Yeah, and also when Maxie started dissing on Manlanders too, I did chuckle a little bit with that.
Oh, it's like I'm sitting here on the couch laughing like crazy, and my 16-year-old was like, "Mom, are you okay?"
Even though I hate that storyline with all my heart, I'm just like, that was kind of funny.
But it's laughable now.
Yeah, it was funny.
Nathan can't say a word.
He can't, and I was like, oh, okay. But yeah, for Mac to go be doing, I'm like, come on, Mac. You don't need Manlanders telling you what to do. You're Mac.
Exactly. Mac has enough romance in him. Hell, he's been married how many times?
Yeah, exactly. He's been around a lot of women. Hello in his life. He knows what's going on.
He's been married almost as many times as Monica.
I think so at this point. I think he has. Yeah, I think so.
Yeah.
But yeah, so it's but no, we both did chuckle. I chuckled on that. I did chuckle on that. But I was just like, I hate this storyline so much. I do.
Oh, I know. I hate it too.
But I never hear the word.
Good now that Kirsten is back.
Well, my thing is, okay, so we get a phone call. Oh, your brother's doing great. We don't give an F about her brother. We don't know who he is. We've never met him. We barely know her.
Put the man on camera. Hello.
Yeah, but we barely know her. It's like, but I like her so much. We barely know her. It's like we don't even know Amy that well. So like, I care even less about a brother I've never seen before. So for me, it's just like this storyline. When they do stuff like this, it feels like a reach and a stretch, right? Does it feel like to you?
It is a bit of a stretch, yeah.
Yeah. So I don't know.
But at least they're moving it along a little bit with Kirsten back.
Well, we'll see. Is she back, or is she back? I don't know. Is she back?
I hope she's back for good. Now that if she gets a sniff at Nathan's Manlanders.
Because you aren't you the largest Naxie fan?
Oh,
Do I remember correctly? In the early days we started talking to you? You were a huge Naxie fan. That's right.
What Mac? I've loved Mac since he was in jail.
Well, I was going to say also, but Maxie and Nathan, that's one of your biggest Naxie. You're like a big fan of them, right? Yeah.
I've been watching GH for 30 years.
There you go. That's right. There you go.
Since Frisco landed on the scene. Hello.
Oh, wow.
Oh my God! Yeah, I've been watching since Luke and Laura. I've been watching since the late '70s with my parents.
No, I've been watching since grade 12, I should say.
I think. Wow. Yeah. So they've been off. So yeah, Mac has that full head of hair. He still looks good. He can still act.
Oh, he does.
Felicia looks great. Christine Wagner, she looks great. So I'm like, come on.
Done
Yeah,
New
she's
York is now a
ageless.
grandpa.
Yeah, she looks great.
Yeah.
I mean, for her, she looks wonderful. And even Finola Hughes, I love me some Finola Hughes.
Yeah,
They all
Finola's just
they're
the
just
best.
amazing. They're amazing.
They haven't aged.
They haven't. They haven't. No, seriously, they haven't.
Finola has not aged.
I know.
Hello.
And they said they're good. They're good.
What's the other one? I cheered on Carly when she went
Yeah.
after Garvey or whatever the heck his name is.
Yeah.
Yes,
I was
Garvey,
like,
Harvey, whoever.
hello?
Yeah. She stopped it. She's like, I'm stopping this dead in the tracks. She said, "Screw you. You're not.
He
You're not."
needs to be the head of the mob of Park Charles.
Well, it was funny.
Kick ass with anybody.
I thought it'd be interesting if Christina wanted to be it. I was kind
I
of going that
think
direction.
Christina would be the best fit.
You'd be a mob woman. I thought
Yeah.
of all of his kids, what if she was like, I want to do it? I thought it'd be very interesting.
And it'd be great because of the conflict with Julian and Alexis.
Yes.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
So yeah.
Like yeah. But I want a scene with Diane and Max.
Oh, yeah.
Diane giving Max hell.
Yeah, I know. They haven't shown him in a while, so I mean, they need to bring him back on the show. He's one of the Cheatwood brothers. I forgot which one he
Yeah.
is, Dirk or the other one. I can't remember which Deekwood brother, Deed or whatever. But yeah, they haven't shown him in a while, so it's like, why are they
Dirk
showing
is
him?
Max.
Dirk is Max, yeah. So why do they need to show him? Like, come on, bring him on. Have them talk about it.
And bring Model back on to give his brother hell.
I know. Well, I hear he's so busy with his own like fitness centers and stuff. He's really busy.
Yeah, he owns his own
He's gone to
business.
the
I
UK
think.
as of yesterday.
I'm sorry.
Drew has gone to the UK as of yesterday.
Oh, wow,
He flew to the UK yesterday.
Well, yeah, he's been working out. He's been busy, so he's been doing other stuff. I know.
Oh,
And
yeah.
they got
Still
married.
looks fine.
Yeah, I'm sure he looks good still. I'm sure he does.
Oh, yeah.
And they're Tyler Christopher's cousins. They're all
Yeah.
cousins, so it's kind of funny. They're all related in real life.
Yeah, I mean, earlier on, I can see Dirk and Drew cousins with Steve. They're cousins, I think, in real life. I think.
No, in real life, they're cousins with Tyler Christopher.
Oh, Nicholas, right? Yes.
Yeah,
Yeah,
in real
Tyler.
life.
Yes.
They're all of Indian descent. They all have American Indian in them. That's the whole thing. So.
Yeah. No, Sean, AJ.
Sean Kanan.
Yes, him and Steve are cousins.
I have to look at it because Sean is my friend. I have to ask him that because I talk to Sean all the time.
Yeah, I think I saw it somewhere online somewhere that they are cousins.
I don't know if that's true or not, but I'll no, seriously. I talk to him all the time. I'll ask him. I talk to him. I'll have an answer for you guys.
Ask him and see if that's true or not.
I don't think it is, but I will ask him because I just had him on my show the other day, so I talk to him all the time. Sean has been becoming
He's so
great.
nice.
He's super
And
nice.
he's funny.
And he's
Oh,
funny.
he's super nice.
And he's become a really good friend to me. Actually, he's trying to on my radio show. I mean, like, he's been really a nice guy. So I'll ask you. He'll tell me anything. I'll ask him now. See if that's
And
true.
I want to see the kids on this show.
We're gonna work on it. Well, we've had Eden, of course, but we're gonna work.
Brooklyn Little Nick.
I know my Brooklyn. Her family knows I love her, so I want to get her on the show too. She's busy doing some stuff too, so I want to.
Get the two kids on together.
I'd actually love
Yeah.
that, but it's schedules. It's just crazy. These people.
Yeah, because
Yeah, I
little
know,
Nick is
schedule.
like literally in everything.
Yeah,
You
and
know.
I mean they all are working. And they're so talented.
Oh, yeah,
They're
the
all
two kids
working.
are working like crazy.
They are. It's just like. It's just really amazing. So
They
yeah.
better not age those kids because they're fantastic.
Okay. So yeah. Okay. Someone says their cousins.
Better
by
not harass those
Yeah.
kids.
Okay, yeah, those kids should stay, but it's weird
Yes.
because of the aging though. Cameron should be aged.
Yeah,
on
that's
some
the
level.
thing.
Yeah,
Is like
Cameron is older than both
Well,
those kids.
Cameron's older than Molly.
So it's like he needs
Molly,
to be
yeah.
So he needs to be aged somehow. But the others,
Oh, yeah.
though, I agree with you. Let them grow up on the show like what's her name, Kimberly McCullough did.
Yeah.
Yes.
Or Becky Herbst actually. She was like 15 when she started. And 20 years she's been in the business with GH, which is amazing.
Yep.
Speaking of not
And
aging,
she still looks the same.
so it's the same. I'll tell you. Okay, Kelly, we're gonna end the show. We're gonna end the calls with you
Okay, Dub.
because you're the best. You're calling from the farthest point of the Americas. So thank you.
and get Frank back on and glue his ass to the chair.
No, Frank and I can't be on at the same time anymore. We have to do other. We have to be like we rotate each other. No, he'll be back.
You guys need to have your asses glued to that chair.
It's a shame because we do other stuff too. It's kind of crazy, but we do love our James report. No, it's like
if
no.
you come to Canada, get your bum to Atlantic Canada.
I know. I want to go to PEI so bad.
Me too.
Yeah.
All right, me too. I have other
Come
friends
on,
there
girl.
too. I have friends in Halifax. So I mean that's close to you guys.
Skip and a jump over here.
Exactly.
Take the ferry. You'll be here in 4 hours.
I would love to take a ferry and do that. So we'll see what happens, right?
Yeah.
Yes. So.
All right. Have a good evening.
Take care.
All right. Bye bye.
Our Melvin fan, yes, he is. Sean Kanan is super. No, you really. I don't know what you've heard about him. He is super nice. And I seriously, when I tell you, if I text him or call him and say I need you for something, he shows up. So I mean, whether it's online, in person. He has a comedy show coming up on August 20th.
I know. I was hoping I can go to that.
I will be here, so I'm like, I'll be at a wedding in Canada, actually. But if something happens and I have to be here, I want to go. So if I can go, I'll go with you. I'll meet you there. But he is just him and Sean Kerrigan. They're all doing a show together. But no, he actually really, he really is a nice guy. I mean, he really is just. I mean, he's a sweet guy. So. So it's good. You guys, okay, so actually next week I won't be here.
God, James.
I'm going to a special wedding, so I won't be. I'll be here next week. But I will be back here on the 13th. That's how it works, you guys. That's how it works.
Yeah, when you come back, because Frank should be back.
Frank should be back.
I know he's supposed to be here on Wednesday for our other show.
So no, he'll be back. They do have something together. I believe they'll be here, but I won't be here next week. But I will be back on the 13th. And that's just how I have a wedding to go to, so I'll be a little busy. But of course, you can follow us on Facebook and on iTunes. Facebook is it's the GH Report. Go there and like us. Prove Frank wrong, and just get us 2,000. Just do it.
Yeah, just to prove Frank wrong. For any other reason.
Not for any reason at all, of course. And then of course, where they can follow you and all that kind of stuff.
Hey guys, you can always find me at LACRETIALYON anywhere on the internet, since there is only one. And if you really need some time with Frank Moran on screen, you can watch our show on Book Circle Online, the Comic Book Exchange, this Wednesday at 6 p.m.
That's right. They do stuff together outside of me. They hang out together and do stuff. We just go to Waffle Houses and eat.
Yeah.
You can follow me at James Lott Jr. All James Lott Jr. Sold, of course, all over the internet. You can follow all of my programming and shows on JLJ Media, which is on iTunes, SoundCloud, Spreaker.com. I have songs out. I have books on Amazon.com. You know, my empire is growing. Just type in James Lott Jr. anywhere and see what I have. And go there and do that. But of course, come to AfterBuzz TV and watch all of our soap block. We're here every Sunday, starting at 4 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, ending at 9 p.m. I have Lindsay Godfrey coming on, Bold Breakdown, tonight at 8. She plays Caroline Spencer Forster. So it'll be great. You guys have a great week, and we'll see you next time.
From executive producers Maria Menounos, Kevin Undergaro, Phil Svitek, and the entire AfterBuzz TV staff, we would like to thank you for listening to the AfterBuzz TV network. To watch or listen to other after shows and post comments or questions, be sure to visit AfterBuzzTV.com. I'm Sir Richard Wentworth, and this has been a presentation of AfterBuzz TV.
Buzz you later.
The views expressed herein are those of the hosts only and do not necessarily reflect the views of AfterBuzz TV or its owners or principals.